What up, YouTube? I'm doing a little overview on my cinelli vigorelli. I'm assuming you're looking at this video because you're interested in buying one. I'm gonna show you a little bit about my build and a few things you should consider before you get one. So I have a pretty basic bitch build. I have a SRAM Omniums, pretty standard crankset for a track bike. If you're trying to do this on the low because the frame is expensive, I recommend getting SRAM messenger cranks. I have those on my other fixed gear bike and they work just fine. I don't notice a difference in stiffness or acceleration speed or even weight. I have standard SPD pedals, $40. They're a little heavy, so if you could shell out for for a little bit nicer ones with like a titanium spindle, that'd be pretty sick. Get those, but they're not in the budget. I have an All City cog, pretty massive granny gear. It's 19 tooth. I don't want to trash my knees, so big cog. Although I'm spinning it out, so I might consider getting like an 18th or a 17, depending on how I feel during the summer rides. I have Mavic CXP Elite rims, and with Origin 8 sealed bearing hubs. I spin fine, they're not too heavy. I have some gator skin Continental tires. They're pretty standard tires. I don't really like them because the threading is pretty weak on them. I recommend getting some specialized tires where the sidewalls are a little bit stronger, especially if you're going to be tearing it up during the summers and all that jazz, or you're going to be taking them on and off frequently, because you can see the threading is already coming loose, and that doesn't exude a lot of confidence for me in terms of durability. I have a Topi carbon fiber water bottle cage. Not a big fan of it. Right now I'm carrying the water bottle in my backpack because this likes to fling off. Bike seat mounted water bottle cages are cool, I think. I'm gonna try an aluminum one where I could squeeze it to have a little bit more retention, because as of right now, any pothole I hit just bounces right off of there. I also have I forgot the brand of the seat post, but it's a carbon fiber seat post. It's pretty sweet. It's nice and light. I'll have everything linked in the description if you want to check the stuff out. I forgot what brand. It wasn't too expensive, maybe like $30-40, and it's holding up great, and it's extremely light. The mounting system is a little wonky to use, but it's super light. The seat is a eBay Chinese special carbon fiber seat. It's a clone of the Specialized power saddle, which I do have the authentic one, not carbon fiber but steel rail or chromoly railed, and I have to say this is 100% just as good. The padding, it's not as padded, but just that's cool with me. Just get a proper chamois, or we just get a proper fit going, and it'll be no issue because it's so comfy and it's extremely lighter than the original, and it's just as durable. I've been riding this no problem, and the cloth hasn't come off at all, so it's been pretty dope. And I ride in jeans and pants, so it's been fucking cake. The front wheel, same Mavic CXP Elite wheel. I have the maximum holes possible on each for durability purposes. The frame set did come with a scratch brand new on it. I show you right here. Oh shit, there we go, right there. So that came new. I'm gonna have to set the camera down for a second. Yeah, so that's for consideration. On the bars, I have a 3T stem setup, 100 millimeter stem. Works for me. This is a size large. I'm 6 foot tall, even. So if you're that size, you could go with the large or even an extra large, depending on your what you want out of the frame. I have some carbon spacers and a Rick and Morty top cap, which I think is pretty nifty. I got it from Cinelli Mash website. Phone mount right there as well. I have some brakes, SRAM Apex brakes. They were great. I like them. They stop the bike. Just a little bit of overview on how the bike rides. It has a huge problem of toe overlap for me, so I do not really recommend it as a commuter bike. Also, the tire clearance is only 28 millimeter, so if that's your preference, that's cool. But if it's not, you know, you want to go for something that has a little bit better tire clearance. It's a pretty light bike. This setup right here weighs in at like 19 pounds, which is not, I mean, it's not super light, but it's not really heavy for a trek bike either. I mean, no issues for me on the weight. It feels extremely light, especially if we consider it's a steel bike. It's a full carbon fork, which is, you know, I'm not a fan of it. I like an alloy steer just to make cutting it a little bit easier and not as scary, but that's just me. The headset that comes with it is cheap. It comes with loose ball bearings for the loose ball bearings for the or caged ball bearings, but they're not sealed for the top of the headset. So I'd change that out if you want to go for a little bit nicer of a headset. It put together pretty well when you get it. I recommend getting the inside rust oil coated, or I think it's called ED coating, just to make it rust proof, because if you get it from the factory, it will most likely have surface rust inside the frame, and it's a pretty pricey piece. I think they retail for like $750. So you know, you could do that. Try to find one used or something if you're in the market for one. They're steel frames, so they're gonna be pretty durable, pretty good to buy secondhand. I recommend getting the steel version over the aluminum version just for durability and resale value. So that's my video, guys. I hope this was entertaining. At least I know it's not super dynamic video, but yeah, guys. If you have any more questions, let me know. It's a pretty cool bike. It's good looking. Got one, dudes. Peace.